How many of you follow rodeo on a regular basis, watch the Wrangler National Finals rodeo by applause? Any fans of the Wright family from Utah here tonight?
Cody's a two-time world champion. Spencer's a world champion. Jesse's a world champion. Who knows what the future holds?
Amazing to watch those young Wright boys come along.
They practice together, they work on that style.
And I think their dad probably had a lot to do.
Family is very important, and they're great athletes.
There are 15 people go to the NFR, so over a third of them will be the Wrights.
The name carries on, whether it be Cody or Spencer or Ryder.
And there's a whole herd of them. There's a lot of pairs of brothers or families, but not to the extent of what the Wright family is. No.
You got to be a cowboy first before you can be a rodeo cowboy.
It's a desert, and so it's a high desert, so it gets colder and crap in the winter and hot in the summer. It's weird, but it's a good place to raise kids.
I've always been involved in ranching in some form or another my whole life.
I think it kind of builds your character, you know, and makes you want to win.
You know, it's a hard way of life. It's not a real lucrative way of life. You got to have something in here that makes you, want to live that life.
You learn how to work. You get a good work ethic, and I'll tell you one thing, herding cows and pouring concrete sure makes you want to ride broncs good. Family's everything. Where we are in rodeo right now, we wouldn't be without family.
My dad taking me, my mom taking me and taking care of us.
My biggest hero is probably my brother Cody.
Steady drip wears away the stone. I don't think too many people worked harder at it than him.
There wasn't no Wrights. He was just a young kid that was trying to make a living riding broncs.
Well, I want to be like him, kind of man he is. I want to ride broncs like he does.
It changed everybody, because they knew that if Cody could do it, they could do it. And so they were all young, and so they started dreaming big.
He is such a great dad himself, and that's his number one thing is family. If he had to give up the bronc riding, the ranching for his family, he would do it in a minute.
I love that about this family. We're all close, and everybody's there when you need them, and just hope everything stays the same. Being blessed with somebody that's supports me like she does. That's probably the highlight. Might not have known it then, but now I know it.
How many years?
20 years.
I remember being in Great Falls, Montana, and they were in Dodge City, Kansas, 24 hours earlier getting on horses, and that's a 19-hour drive.
I've probably been home a total of 2 weeks from March until the end of September. I was probably home 2 weeks.
They're gone roughly 250 days, 230 days out of the year. So it's hard. They're gone a lot, but
Oh, perfect ride. Everything's clear. Mark him out that first jump, and he hits so hard he rips your feet out of there, and you're beating him to the ground about a foot, and everything's back, and
It really is one of the best feelings in the world. It literally feels like you're sitting in a rocking chair and it's just rolling. And your feet are just flying. It's awesome. It gets me going. I get pumped up. My free hand, reached way back, stretched out. You just let it all hang out. You're not afraid of being hurt. You feel like you're in total control, but you just might be out of control.
I don't know, it's just smooth. You can't really explain it unless you do it, really.
Your timing has to be perfect for you to be sitting in that saddle and making that contact right. He makes it look easy, and it's not easy. You hear crowds hoop and holler the most when there's almost kind of a wreck going on. The guy that's about bucked off, he's up, got air between him and the saddle, and there's kind of bad things happen. That's what really looks exciting to people.
Cody's had 2 broken legs.
Broken ribs when they get squished all the time.
I've broke both tibias and fibulas. Used to have rods in both legs.
Broken foot.
Broken ankle when he was in college.
Broken ankle.
I broke my ankle.
Yeah, he did get a concussion.
Clavicle, he broke his clavicle.
Yeah, broke his clavicle.
My shoulder come out in May. Broke my collarbone in January.
I'm pretty sure he broke his back.
Because he's like a bionic man, He's had so much stuff done to him.
Yeah,
That's just one kid.
He knocked his teeth back.
Oh, yeah, he
too.
had to have braces for a while.
Damn, one thing after another.
I don't believe there's ever been a kid grow up in the United States of America at one time or another didn't want to be a cowboy.
Just gets in it really does. It gets in your blood and you can't say no.
The reason why I think America loves rodeo and they're so attracted to the Western way of life is because it's the last blue-collar sport in America. If you don't perform, you don't get paid. If you don't win, the babies don't get fed.
I've always dreamed of rodeoing with my brothers, and I've dreamed about rodeoing with my dad, and I'm living a dream. It's just amazing.
I don't know of any other sport, any other activity where there has been a family that has been so successful in one given event.
Dad's always made us work at it. I don't know that we're any more talented than anybody else, but
When you look at the world standings and there's a whole bunch of Wrights on the list and you're the guy up at the top of the list, the bragging rights in that deal's got to be pretty good.
We have, 5 Wrights and a brother-in-law.
Going to be at the finals?
Well, I think it is one of the most amazing things that we've seen in the history of the NFR.
This year, me and Rusty and Ryder, my 2 boys, will be going to the Wrangler National Finals together, and that's going to make it pretty special for me and hopefully them too.
I don't know if anybody's ever competed at the NFR. As a father, having a son at the NFR, that's a feat.
You know what? I'm going to be a nervous son of a bitch.